Hey y'all, welcome back. Today we're checking out UK history quiz / trivia.
I have fought against white domination, and I am against black domination.
We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans.
I am talking about genuine peace, the kind of peace that makes life on earth worth living.
I have a dream.
Through our pain, we will make them see their
This is sad. Why is this?
It will hurt.
Hello and welcome
Okay.
to Fun Quiz. Today we have 10 questions and one bonus round all about UK history facts.
All right.
And if you could like and subscribe, it'd be much appreciated. Right, here we go. For question number 1. The 100-Year War was fought between England and which other country? Was it...
Okay, y'all, I'm testing my UK history knowledge. I've been watching these videos for a long time. I think I'm gonna get 100%. Okay, the 100-Year War was fought between England and which other country? Germany, Italy, Spain, or France? Okay, let's see. I'm pretty sure it's France. They're always fighting with the English, right?
Germany? Italy? Spain?
No.
Or was it France?
France.
The answer is, it was France.
France.
The war began when Edward III invaded Flanders in 1337,
All right.
asserting his right to the French throne.
Great.
Right, on to question number 2.
Okay.
Who was crowned as the first King of England? Was it William the Conqueror, Athelstan the Glorious, Edward the Confessor, or was it Henry I?
Huh. Seeing these names back to back is kind of funny. William the Conqueror, Edward the Confessor, that's kind of boring, but Athelstan the Glorious, Henry I. Wah, wah. Gosh. The only one I recognize, I recognize William the Conqueror and Henry I. I don't think it's Henry I. Edward the Confessor, he sounds like a... I don't think it's Edward the Confessor. Henry I, I feel like came a lot later. I feel like England was already rocking by the time he came along. William the Conqueror. See. William the Conqueror. I want to say William the Conqueror. That's what my logic is telling me. But my intuition is saying no, it's not him because England was already a thing when he came around. Edward the Confessor sounds like a passive bit. He wouldn't be crowned king. Just like the first one. Henry I, I know it's not him. I guess because of all that, I'm leaning toward Athelstan the Glorious, but I've never heard of him. Damn it. I'm between William the Conqueror and Athelstan the Glorious. If it's William the Conqueror and I don't guess William the Conqueror, I'm going to feel so stupid. I just don't think it was him. I just feel like England was around before he came along. I'm going to go with Athelstan the Glorious. What a name. Athelstan. Athletic.
The answer is, it was Athelstan the Glorious.
Oh,
Athelstan ruled
Athelstan.
Britain from 925 to 939 AD. He
All
is
right.
the 30th great-granduncle to Queen Elizabeth II. On to question
30th great-granduncle. Wow. Okay. 2 right, y'all. I'm surprised at that. That was a guess.
number 3. Which war poet was killed during the final days of the Great War? Was it Wilfred Owen, John McCrae, Siegfried Sassoon, or is it Alan Seeger?
I don't know. The Great War. Is that World War I? Wilfred Owen, John McCrae, Siegfried Sassoon, Alan Seeger. I really don't know. I might have to do a coin toss here, y'all. Let me get a coin. Okay, y'all. The powers of fate will guide us in Abraham Lincoln. Okay, we'll do left side versus right side. Okay. Wilfred Owen heads, John McCrae tails. Heads, Wilfred Owen. Okay. So then Siegfried Sassoon against Alan Seeger. Sassoon is heads, Seeger is tails. Heads again. Okay, so Wilfred Owen versus Siegfried Sassoon. Heads again. Oh, I didn't say... I guess I'm going with Wilfred Owen. I got heads every time. Okay. Wilfred Owen.
The answer is, it was Wilfred Owen. Wilfred.
The gods of chance have helped me again. Thank you. Y'all. Wow.
Was sadly killed in action 1 week before the armistice was declared, ending World War One. On to question number
Wow.
4.
Okay.
Which king preceded Queen Victoria? Was it
Hmm.
George I, William IV, George III, or was it William V?
Okay. 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 I do feel like the Georges were soon before her. I think George III is the one in Hamilton, and that would be like late 1700s. Queen Victoria was the late 1800s, is that right? Mid 1800s? But then William IV. I don't know when William IV or William V was. I'm going to say George III because of Hamilton. No, wait. It's got to be someone in between him and her. No, I'm going George III. George
The
III.
answer is, it was William IV. William was born in
All right. Okay. One wrong. Okay.
1765 and was the younger brother of George IV, the Prince Regent who was hilariously portrayed by Hugh Laurie in Blackadder III. Right, on to question number 5.
Okay.
What was the pirate's Blackbeard's actual name? Was it John Callis, Edward Collier, John Hawkins, or Edward Teach?
Blackbeard's actual name: John Callis, Edward Collier, John Hawkins, Edward Teach. I don't know. Normally when I do multiple choice tests, if there's two answers with a similar thing, like two Johns, and it's probably one of the Johns, but there's also two Edwards. When he was reading the answer, Edward Teach reached out to me. It triggered some long ago knowledge of this. I'm going to go Edward Teach, just because of that.
The answer is, it was Edward Teach. Many historians
All
believe
right.
Teach was from a wealthy background as he was well read. He was killed by Lieutenant Robert Maynard, who attached his severed head to the bowsprit of his ship. On to question number
Harsh.
6. Who led the Scottish to victory in the Battle of Bannockburn in 1314? Was it Robert the Bruce, Agnes Randolph, William Wallace, or Earl of Moray?
Who led the Scottish to victory? Robert the Bruce, Agnes Randolph, William Wallace, Earl of Moray. See, William Wallace, I know that's Braveheart. Did that happen in 1314? And did he win? Robert the Bruce, Agnes Randolph. I have to say William Wallace. If I don't say William Wallace and the answer is William Wallace, I'm going to feel really dumb. So just because of that, I have to say William Wallace. Freedom!
The answer is, it was Robert the Bruce. Robert the Bruce was the Earl of Carrick from 1292 to 1313. This title is now held by Charles, Prince of Wales. Question
Okay.
number 7. In which year was the Good Friday or Belfast Agreement signed? Was it 1992, 1997, 1996, or was it in 1998? The answer is...
Don't tell me. The Belfast Agreement. Oh gosh, I should know this, y'all. This happened during my lifetime. I'm gonna guess 1998 just because it's the latest, but I really don't know.
1996, or was it in 1998? The answer is, it was in 1998.
All
The Good Friday
right.
Agreement was so called as it was signed on Good Friday, the 10th of April 1998.
Great.
It led to a system of devolved government in Northern Ireland. On to
Great.
question number 8. Which king granted the Magna Carta? Was it King John,
Crap. Which king granted the Magna Carta? John, Henry III, Richard I, Harold. I think it's John. Ugh, I think it's John. I'm pretty sure it's not Harold. I think Henry III came way after that. I think it's either John or Richard I. I'm going to say John, right? John.
King Henry III, King Richard I, or was it King Harold? The answer is, it was King John. King John granted the Charter of Liberties, or Magna Carta, at Runnymede on the 15th of June, 1215.
Can't believe I got
On
that.
to question number 9. How long did the Battle of Hastings last? Was it 2 days?
2 days, 1 month, 1 week, 9 hours. The Battle of Hastings. The battle. Gosh. 9 hours seems reasonable. 2 days seems reasonable, but a lot. 1 week? A battle lasting a week. That seems like a lot. A month just seems insane. I think I'm leaning towards 2 days. I feel like aren't most battles over in a day? So maybe this is... I think it's 2 days. 2 days, final answer.
1 month? 1 week? Or was it 9 hours? The answer is, it lasted for 9 hours. The Battle of Hastings did not actually take place in Hastings. It did in fact take place several miles away in a place now called Battle. To question number 10.
Okay.
Which of Henry VIII's wives had the shortest reign? Was it Jane Seymour?
Jane Seymour, Anne Boleyn, Anne of Cleves, Catherine Howard. Damn, I watched the show The Tudors, so I feel like I should know this. I think Jane Seymour was pretty long, and she was his main love. Anne Boleyn, I think she lasted a little bit. Anne of Cleves, Catherine Howard. I'm leaning towards Anne of Cleves or Catherine Howard, because Jane Seymour and Anne Boleyn are very much represented in that story. Wasn't Catherine the last one? Anne of Cleves is the least familiar to me, which makes me think, excuse me, that she had the least amount of screen time. I'm going to say Anne of Cleves.
Anne Boleyn? Anne of Cleves? Or was it Catherine Howard? The answer is, it was Anne of Cleves. Anne's marriage to Henry was annulled after 6 months. Henry and Anne eventually had a very cordial relationship, referring to each other as brother and sister. Very strange.
Oh.
Right, if you need a bonus round,
I
here
do.
we go for question number 11. Good
Okay.
luck.
Thank you.
What year did the Battle of Agincourt commence? Was it 1400, 1485, 1415, or was it 1420?
Does it even matter? I don't know. I don't think it's 1485 because that's way out there in terms of the answers. I think it's probably... I'm going to say 1415 because it's the middle of the answer, sort of. 1415, final answer.
The answer is, it was 1415.
Okay.
The English army, led by Henry V, achieved an unlikely victory against the French, as the French army was in fact far superior in numbers.
Oh.
I see, how did you do? I hope you did well.
I
I
did.
hope you enjoyed our UK history facts quiz. Make sure you come back soon, and take care from everyone at Fun Quiz.
Thank you. Bye. What a fun quiz. Okay, so let's see. I got 8 out of 11 correct. 72%. That's a C minus. I passed. I did better than I thought I did. I mean, I did better than I thought I would. I think there's only one that I was sure of the answer, and that was the first one. All the other correct answers were guesses. And one was a coin toss. Thank you, Abraham Lincoln. Lot of guessing on this. Well, y'all, I'd like to thank my patrons over on Patreon. Thank y'all. I'd like to thank my Buy Me a Coffee folks for buying me this coffee. Thank y'all for watching this with me and taking the quiz with me. And I'll see you next time. Later.